Recently, the North Korea People's Assembly adopted a new law in September 2022 that allows Kim Jong-un regime to strike first with nuclear weapons if the regime feels threatened. So in other words, that means that law will give Kim Jong-un regime the unprecedented authorities to utilize nuclear weapons for any reason. In 2022, the regime hit a record number of missile tests, as we know. And the Kim Jong-un regime, each time they do the test, they improve its ability to strike the continental United States with an ICBM. So it's concerning. And a recent investigation by the Financial Times exposed how the Kim Jong-un regime utilizes its criminal networks to smuggle oil into North Korea and get access to foreign currency to finance their nuclear weapons program. The investigation tracked a foreign vessel, the Unica, that made 23 journeys into North Korea to deliver oil and petroleum products. So Undersecretary Nelson, can you tell us what the Treasury is doing to stop vessels like Unica and cut North Korea off from getting their ability to get hard currency and oil coming from other countries, specifically from Russia and China?
Thank you for that important question. So obviously, North Korea's weapons of mass destruction and ballistic missile program is a top priority not only of the Treasury Department, but across our government for all of the reasons that you've expressed. Using our tools, we have focused on trying to identify the procurement networks that are directly tied to the WMD program, and we've, I think, done almost 24 sanctions related to companies and entities that are supporting, supplying the actual material that North Korea needs to build its missiles and its weapons of mass destruction. The second thing that we have been focused on is, to your point, going after the revenue generators. So those come in a couple of different flavors. One, we have the IT workers that generate a substantial amount of revenue for the regime. So I think working with FinCEN, we've worked to identify transit typologies for financial institutions and companies so they can identify that.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure that you see more urgency from the Treasury Department to make North Korea sanctions more effective. But now I want to switch gear to another topic. The Corporate Transparency Act directs the FinCEN to collect information in a form and manner that ensures information is highly useful. But the information in the registry will not be highly useful unless it is validated by the FinCEN. But to my knowledge, the agency has not publicly stated that it intends to validate the information reported. So without that validation, bad actors may report false or inaccurate information to the registry. So does FinCEN intend to validate that information reported to the registry? If so, what validation solutions is FinCEN considering?
So thank you for that question. Again, in the response to the comments to the Access NPRM, we heard loud and clear the importance of validation, and we agree with the importance of validation. Again, this is an issue that is front and center for us in terms of thinking through how to achieve this. And it presents a range of considerations for us that are pragmatic considerations. There are legal considerations, cost considerations, and then a number of questions with respect to how to implement validation as well.
Do you need support from Congress? If so, what type of support do you need from us? And does FinCEN need to ensure the agency can validate the information reported to the registry? What can you be specific? What help do you need?
Absolutely. So we are working through a number of considerations regarding constraints that there may be with respect to legal constraints. Our ability to access other databases as well, whether they be public databases or commercial databases that that will allow us to validate this information in an effective and fluid way. And that's one of the things that we're considering right now as we talk to stakeholders is what are the range of available databases and what is the quality of the databases in our ability to validate that information. And so these are issues that are front and center for us, along with the cost considerations of validation and verification. And so as we walk through all of these considerations, pragmatic, legal, cost, and other related considerations, we stand ready to work with you, and we'll come back to you on that.
Thank you.